No longer school days and school years are not widely popular ideas, President Obama said, but the changes of a new country demand more time in the classroom. CVU uses a unit-based grading system which uses everything taught in that unit and puts it into the final grade at the end of each unit, instead of every semester. Expectations for student learning are clear academic goals for students to know in advance what they should be learning as the unit progresses. The last thing CVU has done is created the Vision Calendar. The Vision Calendar is a new form of traditional school calendar, but instead of a long 10-week summer break, it has a summer vacation shortened by 2 weeks with another 2-week break somewhere else in the school year. CVU has done a good job differentiating themselves from other schools in the country by using this sort of grading system. CVU has taken chances with this and they have succeeded. The ESL system works for students to let them know what the expectations are for this unit. This is helpful because the student needs to know the materials to get and maybe some extra work to start thinking ahead of time before the actual unit progresses. A vision calendar keeps students more in the flow of their learning, with shorter breaks instead of one huge break, where some kids may forget most of what they have learned. The unit-based grading is essential because if students fall behind on a unit, he or she will not be able to rethink or redo if the bad unit is mixing with other units during the semester. With the unit grading system, students can see what happened that did not go too well in their unit and have an opportunity to fix it. CVU has really done a good job with students learning about units and large projects before the actual unit or project has come about. CVU's changes also ensure students will get the maximum information and keep it in their heads. Standards-based grading has helped me know what went wrong in the units I had not done so well on and made me change them. With grading by semester, I am never really sure what was gone wrong when something happens in my report. The ESL method has helped me as a learner prepare for what has to come. This is making me become more organized and ready to take on a new unit. If I was not prepared for the unit, I would not walk into the classroom and have no idea what I was learning about. ESL has also helped me with figuring out what I need to achieve by the end of the unit. If I do not achieve these things, I know there will be something I need to fix in my work or behavior. The CVU Vision Calendar would help students who are very busy and seem to forget about things over the summer by offering times that may be helpful in getting old information back in the brain and not forgetting so much. This is important because when students think actively and creatively, they are putting a lot of time and effort into these units. And for these lessons to be forgotten over the summer just should not happen. When students think about their new learnings, it is a way to reflect on their school. They need to know what to think about and when to think about it. When students receive their end of the semester grades, they cannot think correctly about what they maybe did wrong or right. When students get their end of the unit grades, they will have time to work and to reflect on what he or she did wrong or right specifically in that unit alone. This is to ensure that students can reach their highest potential when it comes to thinking about it in their learning. The ESL system is a great way for active and creative thinker for many reasons. With the ESL system, students have time to think through the process of what their upcoming unit will be. They will also have the opportunity to think as a learner. Am I going to be able to achieve this? If he or she thinks not, they can wait and think and try it out before it happens, or they can go right ahead and get some extra help on the subject. The new CVU Vision Calendar will help kids think critically about how they're going to spend their free time. With the 2-week breaks every 7 or so weeks, students will have the opportunity to think if they need or want to go back and get some extra help in that subject they are falling behind in a little bit. They may also think they want to stay home and relax. The calendar really challenges students to make the right decision and to take action over schoolwork. CVU has done a good job to help their students maintain a good social life and be respectful in and out of school. CVU offers summer camps to help the upcoming CVU students. The other very important thing CVU does is they have classes and clubs that work with the community to give back, say it's helping with kids or working around the local towns. These clubs help get kids into colleges and make more friends. It also helps them get known in their community. Most schools do a little bit of these kinds of clubs, but CVU takes the cake. They work with professionals to get awards and special events for the students that in these clubs who show improvement and caring ability in the community. These will give the students the reputation they want and need. The Vision Calendar will help the students by giving them time over the year and not just a long summer to help out in the community. With time in the year for students to live responsibly, they will have the privilege to go on trips to other states and help out with building buildings or destroyed towns. Standard-based grading helps students think aloud and ask questions, which is then carried over into the community. Students who talk more in class and then show it in their final unit grade will most likely take this into their community by talking with other people and contributing to events around town. This method has helped me talk a little bit more about the subject and not just to my friends. It does this because if students really want to understand the unit, they will need to contribute into the discussions in class that will then show in their end of the unit grade. CVU uses ESLs to get the students to prepare themselves ahead of time for working with others, and to help students also know when assignments are going to require them to go out and work with people in their community too. Helping them plan to get in touch with other CVU outside is a good thing as well. ESLs will help get kids the skills they need to be prepared for the upcoming unit that involves group work. This action could let kids go into their group mates ahead of time to ensure that the work they will do later in the unit will be successful with those group mates. The Vision Calendar will help students think about services and projects all year round, making the right decisions leading up to them. This method will encourage students to take the time from their breaks in the year and either go back into school for a few days or to get work to do at their own home. The second thing the Vision Calendar would work for is focusing on the greater volunteering projects that need to be looked year-round to make sure that the work gets done on time to prevent problems in the later, more important parts of the project. Standards-based grading helps students and teachers identify exactly what the problem might be right in that unit. If this was not here, I would not be able to pick out my weak spots in that subject. If we were graded on just the semester, we would not know where exactly we messed up. All we would know would just be that with the unit we messed up in. It also helps students get the time they need to achieve what needs to be achieved by the end of the unit regarding retakes and missed work. The ESL system helps with life habits. If a student has to prepare and take prior actions for the unit ahead, they will need to get materials, read books, or maybe even watch videos to make sure that when the unit comes around, they will know the subject matter. If students take this action on with them in their lifetime, they will be able to use this method to prepare for, say, a job interview or selling a house. The ESL system helped me with planning ahead, which I did not do so hot with at the beginning of the year. Now I feel like I am prepared for most all of the units we have done in the past year. The Vision Calendar will keep kids in school to ensure that he or she will not fall behind in academics. This is important because if a student is going to school on a regular basis, they will be on the road to success. It is mainly all about what he or she decides to do with their life after the monitored school time. I think the Vision Calendar will be helpful in the end. Many students might not enjoy it because it takes 2 weeks out of their precious summer, but after all it is done with, it will be very, very helpful in the end. These three things, ESLs, unit-based grading, and the Vision Calendar, help by working together to make the CVU mission statement really shine. Each one brings out its own specialty thing to the statement. I think the ESLs work with the mission statement the best because they really get students ready for everything from learning how to handle life situations to learning how to handle school situations. The only thing I think needs improvement is in the Vision Calendar. When will the students know if they have to come in on those 2-week yearly breaks, and why will the students have to come in? The ESLs are useful because they really set the bar for what kids these days will be learning and what will need to be successful in that next unit. The unit-based grading is helpful because they get right to the point and then the students can really see where the struggle and then hopefully fix that struggled area. The Vision Calendar is helpful because it gives students time over the breaks in summer not just to slack off, but to work on falling behind work or just to get ahead. The CVU Vision Calendar will be taking ideas like Obama's in the hook and putting them into action. Like I said before, many kids might not think this is a good idea because it takes 2 weeks out of their nice summer, but in the end, it will save many, many hours of extra school thing that does not need to be done. Thank you.